let me show you the hose here, where I think it's blown anyway. Pretty obvious. Hydraulic oil dripping off everything down here. This one appears to be fine. This one appears to be shocked. It looks like it rubs right here on this piece of metal, and those guys that had it before me had wrapped it all up in whatever the hell this is, some sort of rubbery crap, and I guess it chewed its way on through and rubbed that hose up, blew a hole in it. So hopefully hopefully a pretty easy repair if I can get my tools in there. It looks like it's just got a coupling down here and a coupling up top that's actually pretty easy to access, to get a hold of. Like I said, as long as I can get my wrenches in there and actually have room to work. So anyway, sucks. Put her down for the day. I don't imagine I'll do much else. I try to get this off, and then I'll probably jump in the excavator and try to patch up my road a little bit in case it rains again tonight. But can't ever have no good luck, can we? Okay, so we're up under here trying to get this daggum hose off, and I'm gonna show you guys these little wrenches that I got. I got these at Harbor Freight, and I think they call them a service wrench. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe they're supposed to be for backups or something, but I've actually found they're really handy for little stubby wrenches. I mean, this is a big gauge, and it's the only size wrench that Harbor Freight has that's in that kind of intermediate size. I've got their, regular size wrenches go up to about 17, 18 millimeter, and then they've got their jumbo wrenches, which start at 35 millimeters, and these little guys kind of fill the gap. So this set goes from like, I think 16 up to 30 or something like that, so it fills that gap. But they didn't have any regular long handle wrenches in that size range. But anyway, this managed to do the trick. And actually, I've got this cheater bar here, and I don't know, it's a piece of maybe 1.25 inch, but I think 1 inch steel pipe, something like that. And the idea of the pipe, it fits the wrench just right. See, I can get my wrench right down in there. So that makes my long handle wrench essentially. But if I want to, I can still have a short handle wrench to get in tight spaces. So anyway, I managed to get it in here. This is a 33 of all things. And you can see I've got that collar loose now. I think you can see where I'm turning it there. Yeah, so I got that broke loose. And it's got a swivel on it. So that's coming loose. And then I'll get up top and I'll break the other one loose, and I'll show you once I get it all out. Okay, so here's the top end of things. This is the other end, which is kind of interesting. This threaded connection here goes on almost what looks like a T-pipe. So I don't know where the other part of that... Oh, I bet I do know where it goes. That's interesting. So this is set up, that's funny. So this is set up so that whenever you turn the truck one direction, it sends pressure to one side of the right-hand piston, and it's going to send pressure in the opposite direction on the left-hand piston, which makes perfect sense. It's just kind of surprising. Yes! Back up. This is my helper, everyone. I figured since I was out here just working on the truck and not doing anything dangerous, I'd bring her along. She's the oldest. But she's really concerned because she's stuck in the mud. Anyway, just want to show this to you. Got it broke loose with the same 33-inch wrench and cheater bar. So get them both taken loose, get this hose off here, and maybe even get headed back to town in time to get it fixed. That'd be nice. Okay, so here's our hose off, and you can see where it blew out right here. Maybe you can see in the shadows. Nice big hole in it there. They had this like rubber, almost like pipe foam wrapped around it, because where it wore this hole, it's up underneath here and it rubs up against this brace. So that hose was rubbing right here, and so they had it wrapped in all that tape. Now, I don't know if that's just by poor design that it rubs there. I can't imagine that's how, DJB had it designed originally. So that hose has probably been replaced before, and it was just too short or something. So we'll make sure, and I'll have them put a little extra slack on it, and then we'll figure out whenever I get it put back on here, I'll look and see how it all lines up. And if it's looking like it wants to rub on that plate again, I'll just get some wire and kind of wire it so it stays away. But anyway, I'm gonna call the shop and see if I can't run to town and get this thing fixed today. That'd be sure nice. Well, I guess I should have shown you the new hose before I put it on, but I forgot because I got busy and got excited. But she looks real pretty, and you can see it's just the way it fits in there. It's rubbing up against that brace again. So, and I can't pull it over here the other way because then it's up against the tire. So I'm gonna have to find some way to put maybe like a block of wood or something against that brace, just something to help keep it out away from it, which being a brand new hose, it'll probably be allowed to rub for years and wouldn't really matter, but you know, just because it can doesn't mean it should. So I just try to get something on there to help protect it so I don't blow it out again. But yeah, I actually found a little shop that was open that was nearby that I could get there fast enough. Got in there before 5 and they built me the hose, and we got to put back on here. So let's get the truck started up and make sure it holds. Okay, well, I already shut the truck back off, but I got it started and function tested all of it, and it's working. It'll take a little while because obviously there's air in the line, so it had to. I went to turn and nothing happened, and then finally it kind of engaged and heard it, you know, kind of popping and making racket as it gets that air worked out of the system. But it'll get it out of there just fine. And I already went ahead and moved the truck around a little bit, moved it over to here, and you know, made sure I could turn left and right just fine with it, and everything's working good. And I don't see any leaks, so I say we're fixed. But unfortunately, that's the end of the day because I'm out of hours to do any work now. Doggone it.